All right, guys. What's up? What's up? Good evening. Happy Sunday. How are
Yeah.
you? I hope everybody's doing good.
I hope everybody is feeling festive.
Don't you? Yes.
Hello. How y'all doing?
So, welcome to another relationship circle episode. And today will be an extraordinary day of
See,
talking.
yeah. And guess what? Ocean, I got only B. No. Yeah, I
Actually,
got
that gonna be the
only.
only me.
Yeah, that.
How we grammar today?
Say,
Anyways, today we'll be having a discussion with some queens. So we would have asked on our socials
the
for
king.
questions that men would want to ask women about relationship.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm very surprised. I think the questions were very good. As a matter of fact, we have more. So maybe we have to do a part two because I know that we wouldn't have been able to do all the questions tonight, but we chose some and they were very good. To be honest, I'm surprised. Males, you surprised
Yeah,
me.
I don't know why it's a surprise, but anyways, we have some very special guests
But before we
today.
want to big up, I'm seeing Siobhan, Safar, and Georgiana commenting. Hey, ladies.
Of course, of course, of
Hey.
course. So, first of all, I want to introduce the Queen, Janelle Williams.
Yes, Janelle, which is my friend. So you guys make welcome. As a matter of fact, all of them are my friends.
So, welcome, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
all
That's
right,
nice.
man.
That's
Yeah, all
nice.
right.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we have the one and only Renee Ellison. Welcome to the stage, Renee. How are you? How are you, Ren?
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm great.
Ah, all right. And and next up we have Monique Moncrief.
Yes.
So welcome Momo. What's up, Momo? How are you?
Hi everyone, I'm good. I'm excited. Can't wait to chit chat with the ladies.
Yeah.
That is it. That is it. And finally we have Brittany Plummer. Welcome, Brit.
Hey everybody.
That is it.
And I really want to say that tonight is balanced.
Yeah,
You know, we
it is.
have two persons that are dating, and then we have two persons
That
that
are
are
married.
married.
Yeah.
So you'll be getting it from different perspectives tonight. We have a
Mm-hmm.
newlywed, and we have a seasoned wed, and then you have one man. That was it's little justice or little thing from a
Yeah.
little man point of view.
Just to represent the man, them, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So, anyways, I
Ready?
want to get straight into it.
Of course. Why not? Let's go. Females, are you ready?
Of course.
Ready?
We
Yes,
are ready.
Yes.
All right. So our first question tonight. When I heard this question, friend, my brother, I did have a laugh. It was hilarious, but let's go. If women are always right and men are always wrong, if as a man, if a man says only you are right, who is right? Female
I
them
don't know why
first.
the question that sound like my husband sent it to you.
No, it's
Ah,
not even thought,
But but the fact say I admit to the woman right, the woman always right. So that's it.
No, but technically it would have been the man because we say honey or no.
yeah, that's a good twist question because you just want to be right in that case, but then the other 99%. I'm definitely right for sure.
Right. And then for me, I think the smartness about it, him just make sure go on. So, cause him knows that she not go done. So for just make sure feel nice, honey. You know you're right. technically most times we're right. I'm not saying, but for men, them want a little peace of mind, so them say ear wash, go done. So just give her the winnings, make sure go. And honey, you're right. I believe.
Daniel? Daniel, what say you? Yeah.
I think it's like a smart tactic that the men trying to use to say, honey, you're right. So I agree with Renee fully wholeheartedly. But I guess in such an instance, to answer the question, they will both be right. But it would probably be like a 60-40 because in essence, the man is just agreeing with the woman to
Mm.
say that she's right.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a good little icebreaker now. But yeah, so let's get straight into the deeper mids,
Right.
because the man them have some questions,
Yeah.
I want to
So,
talk.
what was the most challenging time of your life and how did you get through it? Like, we went from 0 to 100 real fast. So,
Exactly
um,
fast.
I'm going to start with Janelle and then Renee, then Britt, then Monique.
You sure? Um, the hardest, I guess I'm still young, so as it is now to 25 years, our hardest part of my life that I've ever experienced would be the sudden, very sudden passing of my mother. I cannot say fully that I am over it because like when I'm talking about it, I always say, boy, this grieving thing, it's not I've reached acceptance level and I'm good. It's more like of a roller coaster, and the more I've like having gone through it, I'm trying to fully understand what it's like. And it's really a roller coaster, ups and downs. Sometimes you feel good, and then sometimes one wave hit you where like when you're there sea, and then the wave just pull you and drag you, like that type
Mm,
of feeling. So I would have to say that that's probably been the worst thing that I've experienced in life so far.
yeah, and how did that, like, did it have an impact on your relationship?
Of course, like I feel sorry up to the day. I'm feel sorry for Matthew because like it's something new, so you're not sure how to deal with it or how to deal with your emotions, and then like you have to like seek counseling from outsiders. I was really down. My mental health was very much struggle. Like I was barely going. Like I was showing no form of love, no form of connection. Like I was just isolated by myself. So like sometimes people, always focusing on the person who is grieving, but for the spouse of the person who is grieving, they really also go through it. Like they go through it as well. So it really did impact my relationship or how I communicate or socialize.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Renee?
All right. So for me, I pinpoint two strong points. One of them was self acceptance.
Whoa.
So yes, guys, as beautiful as I am, I had issues with my image. So growing up as a child, other pitting them love ramp and them something, but they always troubled me and said that I have a big nose.
Wow.
And yeah, so
Interesting.
I didn't feel like I was pretty enough because I have this big nose on my face, and the other young men, the little boys, they never want to play with me. They
Mm.
always want to go to the other girls. And because I also did track and field too, because I was running from when I was a little younger. Me always have, you know, up here, so just did look a little extra strong. So I had a big nose and a little strengthy body. So as a female, I never felt like I fit in. I never thought that any guy would like me. And so I struggled deeply with my image. And growing up, yes, guys. So yeah, man, it affected me mentally too. But growing up, um I never got any professional counseling, but I associated myself with positive persons who actually endorse me and help me to endorse myself, to let me feel good about myself. Yes, I still did my track and field because I was very good at it. Kind of retired now still. But um I embraced me and I started doing things to bring out the beauty in me. So I started accepting myself, knowing that yes, I'm beautiful and this big nose helps in my beautification. If I never have the big nose, I wouldn't look this good. So younger, you're not really made them something there because you're little. So you not really understand certain. But when you grow and you mature, and importantly, wrapping with the right person who feeds you positively and who pours into you, who helps you to accept yourself and all of that. So growing up through that, I started accepting myself and, embracing all of this that I have here. So, yes, so that was a challenging time in my childhood, which, as I said, I grew past. And the next thing, too, relationship issues. Guys, I never really had healthy relationships growing up, but I remember I prayed a special prayer and I asked God to help me with good people in my life and positive persons that help to pour into me. So I always have bad relationship, always ended bad, and um I struggled. And I wonder why do I have these people? Why don't I have people where where pray for me, or always tell me nice things, or always encourage me? So growing up, a little transformation happened there. So, self acceptance stepped in and positive people entered my life. So growing up and going through all of that, I can now say that I know have positive people in my life, whether it be friendship or relationship wise like that, so I've gotten past that. So that was my thing.
Wow,
That's
that was deep.
that's it.
Wow. Great, honey.
Hey. Alright, so for me, it was leaving home. Like I went through cultural shock for the first few months, and the transition is hard. Not gonna pretend it's easy because I moved from living with my mom to living with my dad, which I've never done before. And then the people around are so different from
Yeah.
what I'm used to back home. So that's the biggest obstacle for me is trying to find where I fit in this country and how to maneuver and trying to find people that I can actually trust because it's like just too much. So like right now that's the biggest thing for me. Um what else?
Um,
The
so
distance in my
migration
hmm?
process, so migration process, did it impact your relationship?
That's right.
Yes and no, because the long distance sometimes is overwhelming and moving from living together to just being over the phone it still affects me now because sometimes I'm like, I'm over this now. Go fuck up and come back at me yard because I can't do this no more. But me fi remember saying to myself, me I do it for right now.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the biggest push right now for me. For now, say, I know me I do it for because if I'm me one, I'm going back at the yard. Really and truly. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. I always say that distance with loved ones it's so hard. It's so hard to manage. It's so hard to function, and especially when you're dealing with different time zones and all of that, and us females just needing like comfort and stuff like that. So yeah, Brit, I get it. But girl, you got this. You can do this. Just before Momo goes, I see Javon bigging her up and saying that she make him forward.
Yeah.
So for everybody we come to eat first. And
Big up, big up.
hi Joe. Hey.
And thanks for subscribing, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, Mo, your time.
Yes, hi guys again. Um, for me, I think growing up, my life has been good so far, so I really can't complain. But What has been the most challenging is this year, 2023. Not even COVID year, no, this year. And for some persons that know already, I recently just became a mom. So the transition with that, oh, thanks. The transition with that and balancing work and then still trying to be an individual for your family and friends, going out, how you have to limit certain social events, and then it's just like the change. At first it was good, but then afterwards it take a toll on you, and you really have to have some strong support system to really push you. And even within the relationship, it just like you have to want it and continuously choose each other daily over and over with the new child, try to prioritize all of that. It's just a lot. But I'm loving it. I love being a mom, so I'm not complaining. It's a good challenge.
I love to hear that.
I think I've heard that before, where persons have shared that just being a mother, you become a whole new person. And it's almost like you have to know, figure out this new individual and become, you know, and just to really balance everything, as Momo said, maybe that is my challenge or was my challenge. Um, Moving from past trauma or failures, moving into marriage and leadership and just a woman and having now to become a daughter, wife, a sister, a friend. Sometimes it can be very overwhelming. And just to balance all of that is so challenging at times because, as females, we're the nurturer. So you are expected to nurture your husband. And then, of course, you have friends and just being there for everybody. It's almost like it stretches thin as a female.
Yes, it's like
But
you're trying to do everything at once. It's just
exactly.
yeah,
And of late, I have had to be writing down everything, or else I'm forgetting. And so I think it's just really trying to balance everything and everybody and thinking about the house and the house need to clean and the clothes need to wash and this need to do and that need to do it. So, I think as females, sometimes we really do struggle, and that's why I'm very happy that Renee mentioned, like friendship support and community and having people around and even platforms like this that we can share so that everybody realize that it's not you alone in it. All of we have a local challenge and struggles.
Well, I guess from a male's perspective, though, I think one of the reasons why men want to know this is because sometimes going into relationship, female tend to carry some baggage. Right? We don't know where to come from, and like sometimes it's not that we men don't want to help you carry a burden or help you through your stress. Sometimes we don't even know about the baggage that is coming in until so
Then start manifest.
yeah. So these are things that men actually want to know prior to going to a relationship. Like what are some of the stressors, what are some of the triggers and stuff like that, so we can know or learn how to deal with them going into the relationship.
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
Um,
I do recommend that people should be friends and date each other before going in. Because even you trying to learn yourself and then this person trying to learn about you while you don't even know about yourself, it's just like, come on. It's not Ocean, it's not like we're hiding or
yeah,
putting on a show at first. It's like we're really learning at the same time.
I guess that's a factual statement.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna move into the other question, and it says, "What are the traits that attracts you to a male? And if they change, how would you deal with it? Would you inform him and assist him, or would you basically walk away?" Let me see. Who wants to start with?
Anybody, you make you start.
Renee. Me?
All right. So for me, um, wow. First and foremost, I'm gonna go with this safe side. You say when a man truly love God, that means him can love you. Let me start with that part there. So definitely, me want a Christian man. But mind you, mind you have to be careful of some of these Christian guys. But trying the spirit, you know who genuine and who. So after trying the spirit, I figure I say, all right then, yeah, I always go for those guys. And once the relationship part of him there with God start out, it might not 100 because nobody's perfect. But
Yeah.
once me see the part they come out first, me say, all right then, God, things will fall into place. And if it's a case where, as I said, it might fall out of line, I would help him. I would help him to get back into that motion where he was in. As long as it's genuine. And during this Christian walk, so it can be challenging. So you probably fall off a little bit. Hey, we all need to give ourselves grace sometimes. So if I realize that okay, yeah, fall off a track a little bit, me as a Christian woman, cause me is supposed to have God too, me must can talk to you and say, brother, say that not right. And member say, this you're supposed to do. Member say, oh God, we say, and whatever. So me supposed to can help you get back on track. So no, I wouldn't leave. I would actually help him to get back on track. And differently from the whole Christian thing, because it's not all about that.
Right.
Um yeah, the physical side of it too. Watch how him take care of himself. Watch how him carry himself. You know, ensure say you smell nice because you're grown people and all sort of stuff. So the hygiene part, off it up. So yeah, the part after that too. And you as an individual, how's your personality? How do you address yourself when you're dealing with people? Are you polite? Yes, I know that there are some persons that are antisocial. So some persons are withdrawn. But when you do communicate with persons, how is your behavior? Are you polite? Do people want to be around you? So all of those stuff I look forward to because I am a people person. Yeah, I'm always bubbly and all of that. So even if you're withdrawn, I like to see if me and your role, people must want their own way. We must attract people and people must say, say them people are nice, them cool. So yeah, stuff like those. So that's for me.
Money. Mo.
Who tell somebody already? um, what I look for in a guy? It's me. I'm an outgoing person, so I need
Yeah.
someone that's very adventure. You have to can match my energy,
Yeah.
and because I don't want to go somewhere and I'm bubbly and you're just there awkward. You don't want to, give off a vibe like
Yeah.
something wrong when really and truly it's just so empty. Um, Faithfulness, because anybody I'm with, I'm a rider. I go hard. I love love. Like I love love deeply. So that's a must. Uh, there's a lot. What else me can say? Oh, must have a sense of humor and able to listen and communicate because I love to talk, as you can see. So I don't like to feel like I'm speaking to a wall. So if that change, it just I feel like I'm you in another relationship. So those are some traits that I would love. Well, that's what I love, yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Brittany.
All right. So I'm gonna agree with Renee and Momo, and then I'm gonna add, uh, my whoever I'm with, I still love their mother because a way that a man treats his mother, that's how he's gonna treat you if he loves you.
True.
A man that is ambitious and mature, as you know, I am not social, so thank God my husband is. He's the outgoing one, and I'm the one that stays in the corner.
Give
So
the
he
first.
makes friends for both of us, and it must full of listening, because Jamila, you know how me get when you start talk. You know how me get when we start talk. And then I have to be with someone that understands my moves, because it's not every day you get a boy. up for it. So, and again, you have to have self control and be big on communication because I'm big on communication. So if something has changed and you make me feel a certain way, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna say it to you, say, yo, I never feel good about what you say, I never feel good about what you do, I don't care if you vex, but me go talk my mind because I not have no sleepless nights.
Right.
So yeah.
That I love that. Janelle.
Well, I feel like everything has already been said. But for me, I will, I guess, pick out everything out of what everyone said. Loving God is a must for me because at the end of the day, everything comes back to God is love for me. That is. So if it's a case where I'm gonna love a man, he has to be honorable, patient, and all that stuff. It comes more when that man is solely dependent on God. He's able to love me how he's supposed to love me when he is solely dependent on God being able and the Holy Spirit if he can, because sometimes woman have to deal with so the man have to have the strength of God if he
Right.
can be faithful and patient and honorable and still in the midst of everything when he really and truly just want to leave and find, go hang out somewhere else. So
Mm.
in terms of that, if he can stick it throughout, him
Yeah.
have to have little
Jesus.
Jesus. Like not little, him have to have Jesus living with him inside of him, all around him, like covered under. Wake up a morning time and say, Father, I want you to give me the strength to deal with this lady today.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Yes, yes.
So from him have that and him settle down in a God, right? Because you have, as Renee say, you have to watch out for some Christian man, you have some when I really settle down, them just dead up on the water, wish wash. You have to settle down in a God, like you have to stand there like them way there. So that is a major part for me, but girl look nice, so the man have to look nice, right?
Ooh.
And it's not like say a man alone feel sensual when them see. Like female, you have to look good and you have to say. Say when your man smell good, man have
Yeah.
to smell good.
Yes,
Man
Janelle,
can't,
especially in a smell business there.
man
Yeah.
have to smell good. Man can't just
Yes.
no.
Hygiene for up.
Yeah. Man have to smell good. If ear up a comb, him can't come a road with matter in him eye because that don't cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true,
why me
that's
say you
true.
can't look in a one mirror before you step out of the house.
No.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know? So them two things there. Him have to him not he can fully dress. But my husband can dress still, Probably
yeah.
dress better than me still. But him not fully can dress because we can fix him up on it all, fix up each other, but him have to can smell. Hygiene, me not think of something you can teach. It's a habit you have to have. You have to have it. You have to
Except
smell good, love God,
that
and
one.
yeah.
Of
Good right there,
course.
so.
Yeah. For me, I think as you all said it, loving Jesus, just knowing Christ, because as Janelle said, at times we females are not easy to deal with. I can attest that I'm not easy to deal with. Okay, I'll be a female to say that. So having somebody that is able to say, God, I'm deal with that girl here. Help me deal with that girl here is a blessing. And I remember when I was dating, my father said to me, if a man can stay faithful to God, he'll stay faithful to you. And so I think that's something that is very important. And the other thing that I looked for was just the heart. Like you have to love people. You have to not only love me, because if I just that means that sure, and you just try to impress me. You have to like sincerely love and support people, and so that's what I look for. The heart, just who that person is beyond the looks and beyond the voice, the nice voice, and beyond the dressing and all of that. Who is that person? What makes the person them, and then of course as Brit said, if him know how to treat him mother and his sisters, then he'll know how to treat you. And his female friends and all the females are around. So if him only open the door for you, then something wrong, because it means I'm only trying to impress you. And that means that when you and him married and settle down, them things are gonna stop because it's not a part of his character. So
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's true. Me, I learn still, I'm learning from him. So that means that me need to, I'm not, me need to make sure that my hygiene always up.
you smell nice, right?
I need to ensure that I'm always groomed and that my height and that my scent is there.
Mm.
So all of them stuff that I have you.
Yeah, man, you're a good man.
I'm just to make sure, because more I know if there's anything that I need to work on or I need to yeah.
You smell good. My mommy use your cologne. You smell good.
I just want to know. But anyways, let's go to the next question.
All right, so females, what are your core values for family life and property?
And this is a big question, because the man them now want they would not dibby woman. Isn't it? I want to know why your core values as it relates to family, because and I think that's something that some men have genuine problem with, and that is a reason why some fathers actually kind of step outside of the family, because the woman that they are with, they will give them that space to ensure so them can be like that the family oriented person that they would want to build a life with. So these are something that men want to know, no female.
Anyone who ready?
How the question go again?
What are your core values for family life and property?
Property as in like house, land,
Yeah,
Yeah.
household.
goals, growth, family. Um, Love and support. Um, I'm coming from a stable household. I'm a daddy's girl, like down to the bone. Nothing, no slip, no dash, run, or nothing. Daddy's girl through and through. So I guess that did like being a daddy's girl, like my dad, top tier. So he has really set the bar really high for Matthew, and Matthew not really fall short. So I have to big him up. Um, in terms of family life, uh yeah, I have to see, like, well, I've seen where Matthew is a man where, or what I've seen in my dad, makes time sacrifice, because there's something that is always said: you can make the most money, but what your kids will remember is the time that you spent with them, not the gifts, not the tree, not the, oh, I got an iPad or anything, but they'll remember how, you read a bedtime story, you took a walk with them, you took the time from your work, you paused, went outside and played with them. So in a sense, it's really just making time and showing the sacrifice that this time is available for my family, as well as the love. Because money and so on and gifts, they make you happy, but feeling the love and feeling loved, because I've been on both sides. I've interacted with persons who are wealthy, rich, and I've interacted with persons who not have nothing. But somehow both of them are still end up depressed and sad and in the same situation of not having a stable household per se, because their dad wasn't around or them did poor and have nothing. But in a situation where love and time spent with family is always stable, the child is always happy, regardless of the situation. So that is something that I really would like to pay attention to. In terms of property, um, right now both of us are one. Anything owned is owned by both of us, and anything that was separate Like if we own things separately and we come together now, both of us own it. I'm not sure if that's where the question was going.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So once you're married, anything you own is not Janelle and again, it's not mine alone. It's both of us. So that's something that you should also consider if you are willing, if you are going along the lines of getting married. You are no longer a single individual. Whatever you own, your husband owns, and whatever your husband owns, you own. So if you had a land or a house in your name, even though you're still your name, depend the land title, the house title, it's a 12 on own. Once you sign that document, because if you don't forget a divorce per se, and if you split up, that got split 50-50, court wise,
Or whatever.
legal wise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking someone to join your life together, make sure say you choose wisely, because in this world, this circle, I want to believe, we don't get married to divorce. We get married to stay forever.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Divorce is not an option. It's not on the table any at all. We sit and we work it out and we move right along.
Right.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Anybody else want to share?
Yes, I'll share.
Oh,
For me, let me just start off by saying, let me put this out there. The man at the head of the house, okay? So I am already in the mindset to say, all right then, Ren, based on your personality, I've always liked to take in charge and getting things done, tone it down because I don't want to overpower or step over the boundary and all of that. So based on the family values and those stuff, I acknowledge that the man is the head of the household. So him, then me. Period. Now, I agree 100% with Janelle with as it relates to the spending quality time with the family, especially when there are children involved and those stuff. Because I am big on quality time. Jamila and Britt would know this. Me big on it. Me want your attention. Me want you sit down. Me want you talk to me. Me want you reason with me. Me want you hear me out. If not bother me, me want to tell you. If not bother me, me want you talk to me. I like to communicate, and not only communicate, comprehend, because me can talk, but you don't understand me. So I like when we talk, communicate, it leads to comprehension so we can gel with each other. So you hear me out and you understand me. Likewise, when children are involved, spend time with the people them, come home from school, homework for do, place for do, all sorts of things. So quality time with the family is big. Even though you might, is especially both parties work and those stuff, and you come home and reality, we are tired. Food for
Right.
cook, all of them stuff they for do. But at least if we can take at least an hour or two, depending on the person still. But at least if there is a specific time put aside, or we'll say, all right then, this time put aside for family, that is appreciated. So in spite of everything, spending time with the family is epic. And also too, having devotions and those stuff, whether it want be in the morning or in the evening, the quality time there with God. Because I know them out to the family pray together, stay together. I'm thinking it doesn't literally mean pray all the time. You can take it literal, but you can also put it in a sense where we also take time out to acknowledge God in the family.
Right.
Because even though the man is the head, God is the one who is the head of the family. So even if we take the time out to read a Bible story, watch one movie together, do some nice stuff together, stuff like those, family time is very important and those stuff. And also teaching too, because before the child even starts to go to school, the first school is in the home and
Yeah.
those stuff. So in us taking time out to teach them little ABCs and the 1, 2, 3, that would I interact with the family time too. I really do endorse that as well. Um, yes, so family time is big. Teaching the child and spending time, especially as it relates to the educational aspect of the child, big on that too. And as it relates to the whole property thing, I also agree with Janelle. Whatever you have, guys, As long as you're married, it is not yours only. I think I hear some females say, what's the husband is hers and what's hers is hers. That's not fair.
And
That's
that's not
not fair.
That's no
That
fear.
is that's not fair. So everything joined become one, whether it be a car, land, house, money, especially the money part, it's to our own. I am not against if a female wants to have a next account, but at least you say if the husband are aware of it, then fine. Because I know persons do that. So I have some females will have an account put aside for, me no know, probably emergency or anything, differently from their joint accounts. I know of situations like that. Me not go bash a female for that, but don't make it be a secret because it's gonna seem like say, yeah, I hide things from the man. And then it go show like say, trust him or something like that. And trust is a big thing. It's a huge thing, especially within the context of marriage. So if it's a case you're gonna do stuff like that, fine. But differently from that, anything is yours, is the man, anything is the man, is yours also. So it's a shared thing because sign the contract. Mr. and Mrs. Uno know is one. The man leave him mother and him household and cleave to you. Uno is now one, so everything belongs to Uno's. Not you alone and not him alone. So yeah, that's my take on
yeah.
Really, you stress it, if them not get it after this, but sure, they get it.
She emphasized. She capitalized it.
Just press it, man.
Yeah.
We need talk still because then she give credit to the man them. So females when they hear that.
Um, for if for me to add, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Of course, quality time, and sometimes, as Janelle mentioned earlier, we can get caught up with our own individual goals as well,
Yeah.
and just going through your own life trying to sort out certain things, right? So, as a household, what I would love when the time gets there is unity, right?
Yes.
Of course, quality time is a must, but unity. I want my child to grow up and be like, I I want to show someone love the way my dad loves mom. I want to be that type of household, or any person he's pursuing needs to have certain quality like his mom. So even in that, I too have to work on myself and my partner as well to show the type of love that we want to raise a young king, into
Yeah.
this. Yeah, we don't want a girl them say it's be a dog and this, that,
Yeah.
that, and Jamaican men this and rarity. We want to change the
No.
narratives. So unity, of course, is one. And for the quality time, just a suggestion to others, you can have an activity bag. I used to have it, I probably need to get back into it. So it's a bag where both partners would write on paper or sticks, whatever you want, put it on. Different activities that you want to get done as individuals or as a couple. It can be go to the beach, read the Bible, go for ice cream, watch a Netflix, anything you want. Tonight is pizza night. Hang out with friends. Just a suggestion. And then you put in the bag. So random times where you might feel bored in a relationship or you run out of ideas or you just get caught up and you just need a break, you can just grab the bag or even a jar and just take out whatever paper and just go with it. It can be some low budget things as well. So for the bougie girls, you can add in a trip, of course.
Yeah.
you know, just fly out on the weekend. Yeah, but for now, we'll stick to the low budget things.
I love that, guys. So, guys, in the comments, if you know any low budget ideas or any
Where to
activity to
run it?
just drop some in the comment for me and Jamila there. Please and
I
thanks.
mean, how much activity you want?
Let's drop some in the comments.
Britty, have anything to add or you can
Sure. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off by saying God are always the head of the household.
Yeah.
Then, of course, my husband. I'm big on the accountability thing because if nobody not accountable, the water get dry out of the pipe, the fridge will get empty, light will go cut off, all kind of madness because nobody don't know who to do what inside the house.
Yeah.
And then I believe in honesty, respect, forgiveness, and trust. Again, children are gonna mimic their parents' behavior,
Yep.
regardless of how you think children not being observant. Everything that you do, they're gonna go outside and do it. So I believe I need to be a role model for my child when that time comes, and my husband have to love me like how him love him mother, like how him love God. Because if him not love me, my daughter got think said, alright, for she go out, they go date. And
Um,
somebody will treat her and that not right. And if
mhm.
me always a quarrel with my husband, cause me miserable, I rather quarrel with myself because him not answer me when me get miserable. If me in the house in the house I shout out for myself and him a avoid me, that not alright because
Yeah.
my kids are gonna think it's fine for be like that. And then if your partner no respect you, but I don't know what kind of relationship that, cause respect goes a far way. Like if them no respect you, the relationship no make sense. Cause respect go along with trust. So yeah, I want to build those core values where there's also space for us to grow individually as well as together because I'm just a big part of your world. So I believe in giving your partner space to cool off, to hang out, to do whatever it is that they were doing before y'all started dating. And then regarding property, we became one. So whatever is mine is yours, what's yours is mine. It's that simple. We not own, we not even own my body at this point, as my husband would say. I
Yeah.
am his. So
Unfortunately.
yeah,
And that's
that's
it.
what
You that have to
I
add.
like to add.
Of course.
Yeah, and just the only thing that you guys, well, the only thing I'll add to that is really just something that me and O'Shea practice, and I think now it has become a core value for me and for our relationship is honest conversation, hard, honest conversation.
We call them hot topics. So
Yes,
humble,
and
open, and
I mean
transparent.
conversations that if some people know like things that me and Shane talk about, you would never believe it. Like we speak about everything, like nothing is left under the table. Okay.
Mm.
And that has helped us. It has helped me in healing with a lot of stuff in this life, and it has helped O'Shane a lot. And it's something that we practice in. We have a group too that we share openly like that. And sometimes I wonder if we're too honest or are too open. But a lot of times we find that when you hear from a person's point of view or where they're coming from or why they do some stuff, you realize that I always tell people that I don't think nobody is really evil like that. I just really believe that people has gone through a lot and some people has gone through so much that they're we did trauma last week. So much that it seems like or they don't know that they are able to come from it. So them kind of stay in it and water in it and and so I realized that having open and honest conversations help people out of situations like this. And so that's something I think now more than anything else is one of my probably most important core values. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to add.
Yeah, that's true because men like to know these things so we can again know how to deal with it. A lot of men don't really talk a lot, but we like to understand that what that our partner or spouse um values these things so we can know how to act. You see, because as men, some man who really just straightforward and simple and plain with our approach. So understanding how a female is in terms of her core values and stuff like that, it is kind of easier for us to deal with that person or know what to do because me not believe say yo no man me not believe say a man wouldn't want to spend time with them family
Yeah.
and all of that but as Renee and Janelle say, woman hard for deal with. so, so knowing, like, understanding the values or your core values, then you can hold that female at a standard, and you're not gonna want to go below that standard.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to ensure all the time that your family is well taken care of,
I
because
maintain the standard.
exactly. And
Yeah.
again, that Jamila was talking about can encourage all of the man them. You see, if you have a spouse, ensure that trust is there, because as men, I think trust is a big thing for men, because it is hard for men to be vulnerable. With regardless if your spouse, family, or friend, it's a kind of a difficult thing for a man to be open and vulnerable. So that is something that we crave, to know our female, we can trust them with just being open. And so me and Jamila, as you mentioned earlier, we kind of have a thing where we try to talk about the stuff that are hard to talk about. So we have those hard conversations so it can become easier to communicate. And that's something that men should embrace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. Nice. I want to say hi, mom in love. Hi, Jadine. Welcome.
Welcome.
Shane is 100% correct with the trust. Because even with me, like, all we really have is communication and trust. Because if him say I'm going to do something, me can't know what I'm going to do. Look, how am I going to stay so far and know what I'm really going to do? So me have to really rely upon trust. We say,
Yeah.
alright, if him say I'm going to go with Navaria, then I'm going to go with Navaria, then I'm going to give him time to go. I'm not going to call him for like, he's a mad man. Cause
Yes.
then that I go like sometimes when them know say you not trust them, and them time that them a go do things to them, I go say, oh, she not trust me, might as well me do something for she really not trust me.
No,
So
but
like
that is it. They have some
we
woman out there mad, them mad, which that's all me can consider them as mad. Because me can tell you, say, oh, me I go out with my friend. We just have a drink and
It's not
chill.
mad,
And so,
them mad. It's
no,
because
but
of the
Shane, remember you did trauma last week.
yeah, it's
So
because of past experience.
yeah, sometimes
It's
it's really
past
from past experience. Yeah.
exactly.
and that
So
is
it's
the
not mad.
It's
You
not
got
mad,
through
they
something
mad.
before, so
Just
if something look familiar, you're going to react certain
not
ways.
a trigger.
It's not easy for just get up and trust somebody just so. You know, come
but,
overnight.
but you gotta communicate the trigger, not drive up on the man.
No, you have to communicate the trigger for real, but it takes some time. So it's not everybody you are able to communicate that to say, you know, my ex did do me this. No,
And
that's
that's
not the reality for everybody. That's the thing. That's not the reality for everybody, and that's why we have conversations like this so that people can be helped. Because it's not every male they can really sit down and level with, which is why Monique said it earlier. That it's very important for you to be friends with your partner so that you can share things with them so that it doesn't affect the relationship in the long run, and so that you can trust them. And to some people,
and
just come harder.
well, that's true.
exact and some men are very immature. So you tell them about the past relationship, them use it tell you back say, oh me and your ex and you know
Yeah,
them look some of it. So you have to be careful
True.
what you tell them man here too. Cause some man are jolly back and sissy.
Yeah.
Like big
And
and
then
serious.
sometimes you end up in some relationship with some men. They are master manipulators. Like
Yes.
they like you will be
yeah,
staring down on the truth, and somehow they make you believe say is a
yeah,
lie.
exactly.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
that is
Already
what
Like
out
makes
the
we
devil
there.
women
answered
so
the siren.
paranoid. If know the facts say it, them they know say are true, but the man tell them in a some way make them believe say a lie. Only for them find out
Yes.
down the road say they what they thought was initially true, and that just make them paranoid beyond them can't
Them
even
do-
them
Yeah,
don't know themselves no more.
And
exactly. Which
that's
is
and
why
that's why counseling is so important.
yeah,
Very important before you go into, a serious relationship. And to be very honest, counseling, yes. But for you to be very honest during the counseling. Because you can go through the counseling, and you know the truth, but you lie. When people are trying to help you, before you just tell the truth, you say, yes, me, I go through this. You have some persons that say, no, man, I'll in the counseling. So it's important. So I say, even if you go counseling, be truthful about it. Be honest enough to say, okay, then acknowledge your problem, acknowledge the trauma, and let us try and help you. Don't tell lie about it to say, oh, you're not face this. And later down the line, when the person, as Brit say, she don't know what going on in your head, so she have to just trust you. To say, all right, if you say you're not go through it, fine, and that you say. But no make it explode later down in the relationship, and then you're gonna say, but wait, you never did say you never did deal with this. You never did get over this. Didn't we go to counseling about? Didn't we talk about this? But what? You weren't truthful.
That's
So
true.
But sometimes, Renee, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you just honestly don't know. Like you will be
true.
feeling some things, but you
Mm-hmm.
just don't know where it's coming from. And you think that you're being honest with yourself to say that,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I am okay. You think it's normal because maybe that's just how men have been treating you all your life.
Yeah.
You think it's a normal thing. So
Yeah.
like when people are saying no, you're not all right, and your reactions have become so normal to you
Normal.
that
Yeah.
you feel like I just saw it supposed to happen until you
Yeah.
buck up on a man where are treated nice and you wonder what is
Yeah.
like what's going
Sent from heaven.
And that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing to deal with, especially in this generation, because well, I've experienced like female acquaintances, people that I know, like they actually get a good partner and I realize what them have until it gone, because what they're used to is the fakeness, the judgmental, the cussing, the cheating, and all of those stuff. So when they get something good now, it's like it's hard for them to accept it, and then them eventually lose it, and
Yeah.
that damage, man.
That's true. And it's two way. Me I gotta talk for the females too. There same way. There are times when females are with males too, and yeah, you're a good female, but the man that used to a good female, so him don't know how to treat you, and so the relationship, some males shut down. Some
Yeah,
males don't know how to react to you because them I wonder if, oh, so when she go shout after me, or when she
Yes,
go sit down to
yes. Them traumatized.
yeah. So sometimes them too, them not even understand what going on with themselves. So it hear what them go take a next woman because them must say, no man, that girl is too nice. Something like that happen. So you realize that them two end up go out there and
mm,
whatever, or sometimes them just shut down and you eventually just lose them and lose the relationship.
and that's true
So
because
And that brings us back to like what Britt was saying about, children really are watch what them parents are do. And them really I said that based on what them see them parents are live out or how them parent, mother, father behave towards the different genders, that's what they're gonna think is normal and grow up doing that.
that
and I think that's true because and that I think your past relationship have a
wally,
huge impact on how
wally.
your future on how your next relationship look, and that affects some of our decision making
Yep.
skills. But that's actually the next question that we were going to ask, like how did your past relationship end, and would you start your new relationship from a clean state, or in clean state in terms of like get healing from your past relationship and whatever, or you just a jump from one relationship into a next relationship?
If any of you females ready, we can start. All right, let's go. um So before O'Shane, I would not say that I was in a serious like relationship, but I was in several relationships. After well, no, before O'Shane, and to be honest, that those things that I went through before O'Shane really damaged me, and I don't think I had realized it until like maybe when I was ready to get married. And if you guys know our story, just before we got engaged, I had ran, I had said to O'Shane, I need some break. I need a break. I need to go and sort out my head because I think there were some values that I had that was no compromise. That was no, like, it's almost like Jericho wall come down, tumbling down. So all those morals that I had and had built up, all of them they just come right down. And that was just because of how much I would have gone through with long-term relationships, short-term relationships. And to me, some things just never made sense anymore. Like just being just giving one male everything, just balancing and just being honest to a man and just sacrificing for meals. A lot of things started not to make sense to me anymore. And that really affected me. And it took some time for me to just say, oh, because the thing is, O'Shane, you would have been going into other relationships and starting over from scratch for real and giving each person a clean slate and say, okay, cool. I'm not gonna judge you, I'm not gonna compare you to X or Y, right? But each time you meet somebody else or date somebody else, them do something else crazy. So it's almost like, yeah, you don't want to judge anybody, but how do you protect yourself from not getting hurt constantly? So yeah, I'll say that was my experience. And it took me some time to really just realize that, girl, let's not let these people affect you. Let's do you and do you for you and do you healthy. Who wants to go
All
next?
right. I'll take that. Um, for me, as I mentioned before with the whole growing up stuff and different relationships, I've had quite some series of bad choices, like real bad choices. So for me to be where I am now, um, me I have to just give God thanks because if me or the old saying go, like you use the old oil and fry different fat or something like something. I know the old people them say it, but basically like using a new person and judge them based off of your past traumas and those stuff. For me, I would start afresh. Why? Because um it's two different people. And while sometimes you might say, okay, then you're just waiting for this person to mess up. You're just waiting for this person to do the same foolishness what the next person do. To me, if you really sit and anticipate that, you're not gonna be happy. And
Right.
it just never makes sense. You start a new relationship then. But I just stay by yourself.
That is
So
true.
me going through my series of terribleness, I can say no. I am quite content with where I am. As I said, I have prayed, and this has been a big part of my life, guys. Seriously, I was literally in a place where I was like, no, God, this can't be. So much something, sir.
Much
One after the other,
prayer.
like this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
With friendship and actual relationships. Me did literally I forgot to God and say, God, no, you have to go fix this.
Yeah.
Like my circle need for change. Me can't have so much negativity in my life.
Right.
So I had to literally pray about it and with my friends and even with my dating person too. so, so I always say that my friends and my dating person is my answered prayer, and I'm not ashamed to say it. People pray and ask God for all sorts of things. Me pray and ask God about this too. Because me believe in a healthy relationship. Me believe say you're supposed to function properly, because if you're gonna start something, you're supposed to function up here. So any trauma you have before, you need to sort it out. Mind you, we know that it might not be easy because everybody is different and everybody takes different time and stage and all of that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. But it's for you to grow, evolve, move on. And if you really say you're gonna do this thing, me believe say if you put your whole heart in of it.
Right.
Not forgetting yourself as an individual, but don't judge a person. So if somebody new coming in your life, you have to be open to say, all right, that one they never work out. God, may I put you before this? May I trust you? God, help me to go through this. Open up my eyes and my mind. Don't make me get too caught up
Right.
and lost. So me not sick. So I was the person that do me something wrong because me so head over heels, me not sick. So you can't go in it blindfolded either. But my thing, I would start over afresh. I'm not going to use my past relationship and judge my current relationship or anything that I have now, because that's not fair to the individual. Because as you rightfully said, you can have genuine people in your life who really love you and look out for you, but because a way they got you from before and your mindset, yeah, wait for them feel, so you don't give them wholeheartedly what they are expecting. So
Yeah.
they're giving you their everything, but you know just a hold on for wait what it happened to you a long time ago and I wait for them to mess up. So you fall short, and then
Right.
no, you eventually you are gonna turn out to be the negative person in another person in life. So them a try bless you and you are try hold back yourself. So you not gonna be the blessing too. And that's not fair. So
Yeah.
for me, deal with where you are deal with, sort out yourself. And if it's a case where you have to go sort out yourself before you go in a relationship, do that. But don't go into a relationship with all of your problems, them and you know so you're not sort out and you not going to give your all where you supposed to give a person that what a person they I give to you. Because that wouldn't be fair and that not gonna be healthy relationship anyways. You know? So I think that's my take on
Well, yeah.
Alright, me go
Yep.
I
for
don't know if anybody else have anything to add before we go
me
into
go,
our final question.
Well, we wrap
I'll
up.
say I had a similar situation to Renee. The person that I was dating before, toxic, cheater, but my mind accept the fact that him not gonna change, but my heart did want hold on because we were together for years.
Yeah.
So like when me see it reach this, so like years me I tell him me I try leave and it never did that happen. Me I say no man, I'm more than that. Like even my family them there say that not right because every time I leave, me I go back. Me leave, send me two message. Yeah, gone back relationship good now. And then my dad forgot for my knee, like I really did that for prayer. I mean for ask God to remove me from him because this are more than just a physical relationship. If every time you do the same thing, everything toxic and I still continue with this, I say, oh, may I talk to you for years, we can't fix this, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but they end up of going on some serious prayer about it. Some serious prayer. And when I finally get the guts to leave, I say, God, I want more relationship more having on me. So, I either that somebody are going to be my husband or I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life because
God is
I
the
couldn't
last.
do it no more. I couldn't do it no more. And Rush, I knew Rush from school. Like from way back in the school days, I knew Rush. And then all of a sudden, we get one message from Snapchat. So me say, I would have boy I gotta dig up back my name and business from now. So we start talk, like start text till eventually we start the phone call every day till we start go up on date and thing. And then the relationship spark from right there. So
Yeah.
regarding but the I'm not gonna lie, like in the beginning phases, but they have problems of trusting because of what had happened before. And everybody know Rush know everybody. I have only for female friends. So them little stuff there I used to be like, yo, I'm not comfortable with you. And I just him friend, but because of what happened before. So
Right.
until I opened up to him about that, like trust used to be a big thing until me open up to him and say, yo, the only reason I behave like that because of what happened before me and you start date. And then eventually we
That's
work
all
things
the man them
together.
want to know.
We work we work past it to the point where him all there around and see a big body girl on video call me and show me her. I'm tell him to go look at her. I just like yeah. It takes some time, but we work through it. And I guess I just again communication and transparency. Because if me never communicate that, him wouldn't know how to adjust in order to accommodate my insecurities.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you know,
yeah.
Yes. All right. And to wrap, I'm just going to ask
Um,
Janet.
Wait, Jam, before you wrap up, I really want to give some people some encouragement before, like on this topic.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, I would never advise anyone to go into a relationship without first dealing with all that you've been through in your past relationship. Like, it's never good because, one, if you were coming from a manipulative relationship, it would have meant that you would have lost yourself in that relationship that you would have been in prior to. So it's always good to find yourself back before giving yourself to someone else. No, what I want to share is something that my dad had shared with me, and up to this day, I wish that I had listened to him. Is that in life, our society makes us believe that we have to go through our own struggles in order to learn a lesson. I want to tell all all of us here on this live, or every woman here right now on this live, it's never too late, right? But for the ones who are still young and fresh, you don't have to go through it yourself to learn a lesson, right? Someone else has gone through it for you. And in everything, God is trying to preserve you. So society has made us to believe that once we're in high school, once we're in university, we need to be focused on finding the husband or focused on finding the perfect lover, perfect match, perfect relationship. But even at that time, we may not be ready. So it's always good, always perfect for us to consult God, because most of the time they will buck up in some crosses and tribulation are because when I ask God, if you say God, this are the man, but true we are run down love and a run down marriage, a run down relationship. We not really think so we if consult God about this man.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when we're young and so on, like in high school and we want man and all of them, so honest to God, I feel like me they just listen to my father and say, child, you're not ready for these things. Wait until you finish school and you are, at the age and your mind is mature enough to be able to process some of these things, because me wouldn't have buck up in some of the classes where me did buck up in.
Yeah.
And
It's
all he was trying to do was to try to preserve my heart. So
right.
all of the youngins them out there, it's somewhat hard to do because of the culture that we live in, but as best as possible, try to preserve your heart. There's no need to give up yourself. We've been talking about it. Monique said we don't know ourselves yet to be able to give up ourselves to somebody for us to truly love them, for them to truly love us. We're not mature enough. We may think that we would think so we did big and we reached there, but we're here telling you we've experienced it ourselves to be able to tell you that you are not ready in your high school life at the time. If you have a guy where you like, you can be him friend, only no need for you do whatever and try figure out anything. Try to find yourself first, and then there are those who have high school sweethearts and it work out for them. It no work out for everybody. And that's the sad truth.
Yeah.
But as best as possible, try to preserve your heart and to love yourself first, and consult God. You're not too young in a high school, you're not too young for ask God if this are the man, because to be honest, it might be him. So you can avoid all of the crosses. Then we are gonna try mess up your heart and manipulate you and bring you through some trauma where God really know why you go through, but you see because you neglect him and you
Yeah.
buck up in the crosses, but him still help you through, him still bring you out, him still restore you, because him love you. But we
Yeah.
are trying to avoid fear for go through all of that.
But
And just give up
Daniel,
and mind.
not to cut you, that's
I
really
really
easier
finished.
said than done, That's
That's
really
why I
easy.
said hard, but
And
Yeah.
I guess it's not say you want to be like you're not learning from others around you or that been through it before. But sometimes we really think that we have it together. Like we take the advice from our parents. I'm sure my mother tell me all of this, a lot of things. and I've probably built up a wall from other females around me based
Yeah.
on their situations. I've built up walls and I said, okay, this is my standard, and this is this, and this is that, and killed me. Listen, killed me dead. Me I
Till
say,
we dead.
I have my little checkbox and this and that.
Yeah.
But then
You
when
look
it
at
really
checkbox.
I'm joking. But when it really comes to it, though, seriously, when it really comes down, we back with ourselves sometimes. So it's not that we want to, or we don't want to learn from them, but it really easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, which is why, we're here trying to encourage. There's an encouragement. It's not that a must you have to do,
Yeah.
but to just think about it before. Because sometimes our parents tell me things, and them old school, so when I really listen to them, but we young and we are telling us, say, I say go for true.
Yeah.
No lies, no
Yeah,
this. I
yeah.
say
I
go
wish
for
me did
true.
know that before. Me da pray I'm who the book up in the crosses.
Alright.
But
Yeah.
Cause
I think something that I have learned, and just some of what Daniel was basically saying too, is I think I've said it to like Sharika, that I think we don't learn how to express our emotions properly. And why I say that is I have observed like females or just relationships, and a lot of times females or males, like them end up at all sex stage and you shouldn't even reach this with some man or some woman. But we were not taught to manage our emotions and express our emotions properly. And so we end up in a all kind of crisis with you. And it's basically like what Daniel was saying. You just like the guy, you don't know like how far or serious you want it. But we weren't, I think Jamaica society has not trained us to like date properly or whatever. So we end up in a sexual activities with them, and we got tie up ourselves in a all kind of something, all kind of problems and issues. And really and truly, and everybody it did for reach this away. You know, like and everybody it did for take me on a hi, how you doing? You know, I just want to know you. And after about 2, 3 conversations, they say, oh no, this person is not it. But I don't think we were cultured in a way to really embrace our emotions or embrace just what we feel or whatever. And so easily we end up in just some situations that we could have been prevented from if we were really taught well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely true. That's definitely true. And to end, I just want to acknowledge that some of these things that the females are talking about is a reality that they are dealing with,
Yeah.
like in terms of overly expressing their emotions, because NGL, yeah, can attest sometimes in the past as a younger youth, society have the man them as girlies in
Right.
the streets.
Right.
That's something I think society teaches men
To do.
how to play on females' emotions and
Yep.
to get where you want. And I think that has played out so many times. And I guess that is one of the reasons why them have it for say we are professional manipulators. Men can be, that's true.
Yep.
But I just want to say big up to the man them who actually
I try.
really and truly make the effort to ensure that your spouse, your female, feels comfortable and that you take care of her emotion and that you give her a safe space to express her emotions. I'm want to big up all of the ladies them who
Provide that same space.
yeah, provide the same space there and give a man the opportunity to sing that song that feels like I want 100 million. Big up myself from
I
me.
found a good woman. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So big
Yeah.
up all of those ladies that actually give a man a reason to sing that song and
Yeah.
give a man a reason to feel the need to want to continue to being a good man. You know what I mean?
To be a better
And
person.
to be a better person. So we appreciated this discussion, and there's a
Yes.
whole lot more questions that we have, but We want to wrap up now. I want to encourage everybody to continue to share and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support that we've been getting, the words, the
Yes.
encouragement, the donations. And we just want to big up everybody who go on in our link tree and gifted us. Everybody big up on yourself, bless up, love you.
Before we go though, of course, we have to tell our panelists, thank you, ladies, thank you, queens, for
Yeah.
coming. It was great. We appreciate it so much. And of course, our behind the scene persons, Sharika and Shudeen, big up on yourself and
Big up.
everybody else that has helped us. And of course, we have to shout out the YouTube pages officially should I Evolve Global, Throughout a Lifetime TV. Uno go and go follow them, Lady Glenn, and of course, our very own Momo of our business, 876 Honey
Yes, right kind of shade.
Media. Yes. For your
Just leave the
fashionable
plug in the
shades.
channel and leave the plug in the comments.
Yes. So thank you all for coming in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Subscribe,
Tell a
guys.
friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. All
Yeah.
right.
We're basically halfway there to 500. Halfway.
Almost close.
Close. And it's a surprise. So continue doing what you're doing. We have a surprise event for when we reach to the 500 subs. It's gonna be great. It's new, but I gotta keep you more informed. Love you.
Thank
Bless
you for
up.
coming. Bye.